Hi Pisces. You might be feeling today that things are slowing down, that perhaps you're relaxing a little bit. You're definitely asked to slow down if it's not happening naturally, to take some rest, be in the mode of receiving, allowing more than trying to make everything happen really quickly. You have the theme of patience that is coming very, very much so today. Patience. And this really truly has to do with your heart and what we all are going through here when it comes to our awakening, our energetic upgrades, and truly how are we nurturing ourselves in all the triggers that are happening, perhaps especially in the relationship that's showing up a lot today, but in general, how are we nurturing ourselves as we are going through a lot of up and down, kind of a roller coaster emotionally. And this patience here is signifying that whatever small steps, baby steps you're putting in right now in your life will be fruitful. But in any case, in every moment, whatever you're feeling, you need to daily, at this time, bathe in the light, bathe in the faith, live in God, and work for God. And God, it could be the divine, the universe, those are just words. But all this meaning that as you let God work through you, you are walking your truth and you are saying your truth. You have the throat chakra that came through also very strongly today. That signifies that there's a need here to truly speak up, Pisces. Speak up. And I think that's going to be true astrologically for this week with Mercury. That is strongly placed here, where you need to truly not be afraid of saying what you have to say. With love, from a place of calm, right? Of balance. But there's a need for you to not stay silent. Because we need to clear the fog here. There's somehow a fog, lack of clarity, maybe some illusions that need to be cleared out so that we can move forward in a much clearer way. And that's by telling the truth, Pisces. Some of you could be writing a book. Maybe it's easier for you to write a letter, an email to someone. Communication doesn't have to be just by talking, right? But there's strength needed here, inner strength, to let the lion within you roar and express itself. The creativity as well express itself. Not be afraid of writing down, singing, speaking, writing, moving, dancing your truth. Okay? And in all that, definitely they're saying here to mother yourself. You have the star mother here. How can you mother yourself and fill the well? So in all the triggers that you can find in the world, you need to remember that all of it is just a mirror. Who or what is triggering you? And for what reason? Because this could be actually calling to twin flame. I do have the Four of Wands energy here and the Emperor and the Empress. So the divine feminine, divine masculine that are very present today with the angel of love, and a whole new heart. So a lot of love here. But perhaps you're finding yourself in a situation where the other person, whoever it is maybe darker than you and triggers hell out of you, right? Because you might be feeling that they're pulling you down, or that there's a lack of understanding somehow, some way, often or not, but a sense of finding yourself judging. And here we see that only when you're free from judgment are you free to love. And that's so true, because for yourself as well, when you stop judging every single move you do, every single thing you say or create, you're able to speak up, write, or whatever you do from the source of love, instead of the source of ego and judgment and negativity, limitation, truly, because love, the heart opens up, is unlimited, is infinite. It's the heart of the cosmos, it's the heart of the divine, of God. So there's no space there for judgment. The judgment arises when we come back to the personality, right? The I, the little I, which we talked a lot about yesterday in the reading. But yes, they are saying here, bring it into form. Whatever you're trying to create, you need to truly bring it into form. Yes, you're not of the world. You're in the world, but not of it. That we talked a lot about also, Pisces, where you need to live from the divine. You need to live in God and not put so much importance in what is happening in the world around you. It doesn't mean that you're closing yourself off. There's no separation here. What I'm talking about is rooting yourself in higher than yourself. And you will see how very effortlessly you can move through your day or speak up or do things very naturally, like almost like, when you are driving a car, you're not thinking about every single move, right? You're not judging every single move you're making. That would be exhausting. So here, it's about letting it move us. And that means that we are beyond our own self. And so when we're triggered, we are able to have more space to maybe see, okay, what is going on, instead of reacting or judging. We're able to feel what is happening. You have she feels, she knows. You have number 22, the Master Builder number, which is very significant here. It's the creator. She feels, she knows. Only as you've embraced all of the feelings without judging them and without drowning in them either, right? It's this 0 point where you're able to perceive everything, embrace everything, but you don't become that everything. You don't become that world. And you can do that only when you are, again, anchored higher than yourself. Now, you're reminded that every journey starts with a single step. We talked about baby steps, right? Taking time, nourishing yourself. It was here, I think. Yeah. Water your garden, baby steps. Nourishment, body care, tenderness, rest. How are you treating yourself? How are you taking a shower? How are you eating? How are you cooking for yourself? Are you doing it with love, with care, with every moment? This is the enlightenment, is that in every moment you find bliss in every single simple task you're doing, right? In Zen, talk about, in Buddhism also, you can wash your dishes, do the laundry, cook, cut fruits, whatever you're doing, from a place of bliss. You can enjoy so much every single moment of life that is moving you, that you are truly living in God. Whatever you're doing, it's not about, oh, I need to be creating my book and only that is worth it. No, life is truly magical in every cell of it, every moment of it, every single thing. So you might find yourself in a situation where you don't want to be, for example, or have to talk with someone you don't want to be talking with, but you might be surprised if you let go of that judgment. If you can be just in the moment without expecting anything, you might be very surprised of the teaching that this person could give you without teaching you. You know, we are taught in every single moment when we are alone or with other people. It could be mentor, teachers, but again, it could be a stranger in the street or someone actually you don't like, or a family member that says a word and that lights something up in you because you're living from God. You're living at another state of consciousness, but you are also moving in this world. You have your baby steps, action, follow your intuition before it makes sense. So taking action here and not judging again what you're doing. You need to truly just let yourself be moved, allow yourself to receive insights and just take action upon them, right? You have here the earth pulsing, pulse of the mother, slow down, time in nature, so very strong, yeah? Now, there could be a storm that came through as well, storm warning, and that could be perhaps the situation where you get to talk with someone or there's a difficult moment for you. And that came just after contract, so this scale energy, this could be marriage, it could be, I don't know what you're going through, but it could be divorce, legal paperwork, someone that you committed yourself to a long time ago, but now, you know, maybe you don't have the money to, or there's just so many different situations. Maybe you don't trust this person anymore, but there is going to be an importance here in the paperwork, whatever that may be for you, where you need to truly follow your intuition and go and be clear in that moment. Look at the details and don't allow that moment to trigger you, that person to trigger you. Okay? Again, you have patience here. I showed you the other card of patience, but here we have the tree of rest. Patience, tranquility. Number 22 again, so very significant today. Master Builder, creativity. Number 22 twice. So that's 4 and 4, stability. It would be an 8, abundance. But 2 is also cooperation. It has to do with people right now. It's, you know, again, it's this year of 2022, a lot of 2s, right? Cooperation. How can we cooperate with people? How can we legalize everything with paperwork? How can we not get drowned into situations where we didn't want to be in the first place, right? So we need to have compassion and love. You know, we have here consideration, reverence, and just being always in the heart space, speaking from the heart space and never judging, but also speaking your truth, right? So from that place of calm, of divine truth, you're centered, you're good. You will speak your truth, but also you will not react to any drama, right? You'll be above it. And with the storm warning, what is calling to that card as well, kind of a tower moment, the crumbling. What are you clinging on to? So that storm, whatever is going to be happening, if it hasn't happened yet, is going to be teaching something, is going to be revealing to you what are you still attached to, what is it that you need to let go of and move on from. You have here moving on that came after the sacral chakra. So sacral chakra has to do with creativity, but also, you know, everything that has to do with fertility, with problems of abandonment issues, or just feeling, you know, all that has to do with pleasure, with addiction perhaps to pleasure. Maybe perhaps your twin has issues with that and you're dealing with that darkness. You know, moving on from you being pulled down or that having an effect on you. Everything can happen around you, but you need to hold the light. You need to be the light. You need to be the wisdom, and that whatever is happening around you doesn't have an effect on you, right? Because we're going through so many collective energetic upgrades, and it's really exhausting us, and so it's also triggering personal issues, that we need to dive into. Remember, we had the South Node collectively in Scorpio, so we are truly not fixing, but embracing all this shadow, right? But from this shadow, the darker it is, the higher and the more powerful the light is. That's the balance that we find. And that actually is found in this message from the angels here. You got balance, actually. Difference is a necessary part of human evolution, and everything in life is comprised of opposites, which together make life whole. If you light a candle in a room already flooded with light, the light of a candle would be indistinguishable from the light which already exists. Because of darkness, we are able to perceive light. Both are necessary. I'm going to repeat this last sentence, Pisces, because that's crucial here. Because of darkness, we are able to perceive light. Both are necessary. And that's calling also to this duality. You know, we have so many twos today. And this number 2 has to do with, you know, the yin and yang, the feminine, the masculine. The two first cards that came through were, like I told you, this Empress and this Emperor. Authority and fertility. Yesterday in the tarot we saw there was a 2 of Cups, this duality, but it's understanding that in the incarnation, in the material world of form, there has to be the opposite so that it can actually exist in form. But ultimately, those two different opposites make a whole, make a unity. And that could be actually a beautiful symbol of twin flame, a twin flame journey. Because here you also have a man and a woman here of love, men holding a heart, and she's holding a heart as well. So we are seeing a feminine and a masculine here. You know, there's a whole lot of love, but there could be triggers and issues, and you could have doubts about this relationship because you might feel that it's not perfect, right? That it's not complementary at times, that there is like this and so here they're talking about finding the compassion for yourself, for the other person, and that's being like a mirror, a pressure cooker for you to actually ascend higher. So that is not saying that you have to stay with this person or not stay with this person. All those are decisions that you make for yourself, right? But here we're reading energies, and so it's just calling us to come back to a wholeness from this duality, to find also the feminine and the masculine within ourselves, free of judgment. As we find this wholeness, this center, we're able to perceive everything much clearer and not be in this manipulation, trying to force someone, arrogance. You know, this is very dark energy. We are asked to allow the life to take its form, if it is with a person or not, but also we're asked to have patience at this time. Perhaps this person is going through their own awakening. So they are confirming that there is an arrival, perhaps not just right now, you can't see it, but there is a journey that ends, an establishment, feeling settled, building something with someone. And so Pisces, sometimes you can have this thing of trying to escape, right? You're a fish, so nobody can really hold on to you. You're free truly within yourself. But sometimes you have to see if you're escaping from a situation because there's fear, or truly is because you love yourself. You know, it's sometimes it's we need to go deeper to truly look what is going on. And for that you need to take that rest, that solitude moment, perhaps to look without judging, but really, really look deeper than deep before you take any impulsive or rash decision of changing. Here we're asked to build. There's a Taurus energy. It's truly connecting with nature. It's stability, finding the resources, and truly finding the beauty in every single moment. Because in every single moment, a person around you that you could feel, oh, it's dark or whatever, there is a beautiful moment, a beautiful thing that you can touch upon. There is something that is trying to talk to you. And that refers to this card as well, Jewel. Every event in life presents us with a new opportunity to experience ever greater love. There is a jewel to be found within every teardrop, right? So again, also this balance between, is in sadness you can find joy. Trust. We, your angels, are guiding the current events. This is a time in which you and those close to you will emerge strengthened by ever greater bonds of love. Trust. There is nothing to fear. There is only love. Okay, Pisces? So, as you're going through this blue flame here, spontaneous awakening, activation, integration time, you need to be good to yourself. You need to allow yourself to take a breather, to go slowly, and not put everything on your plate, but go slowly but surely, baby steps, one step after the other. Remember, every journey starts with a single step here. And when it comes to your heart, when it comes to another person, don't be too quick. Talk your truth, but don't judge yourself or the other. You have here fertility, potential, powerful, creative energy, initiation energy. Very powerful here. There is initiation and awakening happening. That could be a pregnancy as well, but we all have babies that want to get out of us, right? It could be art, it could be whatever you're creating, it could be a good meal, made with love. It could be words of love that you say to someone that come from the heart, pure heart. There's just so much that needs to be expressed. And you ask to not be afraid of that, Pisces. And I want to finish with this beautiful card here. Look. Sisterhood of the Rose. Beauty and devotion. Priestess, mystic, teacher. This is you, Pisces. Live in God and trust. Everything will unfold. You are a teacher somehow. You're a mystic. And you are to bring this into form in whatever shape it takes. Maybe you don't know, but it's okay to not know. Just do. You have here leap. You go first. The universe will catch you. So this full energy, right? You go first. The universe will catch you. So don't be afraid, Pisces. In all of this, remember to stay grounded. You have here to finish, get grounded. Empath, highly sensitives, connect with nature. Whatever is going on, again, there's a whole lot going on. And we need to just ground, rest, nurture ourselves. Because look what is happening in the near future. Happy family. Rainbow, whatever, depending on what you want. It could be by the water. But this is beautiful. It's a homecoming. We saw that in a reading or two ago. But this is when it comes to connections of the two, the cooperation of being with someone or a community. This is beautiful. If you're able to communicate your truth, be your truth and be authentic and not judge, be patient, things will unfold. Just trust, live in God. Okay? I love you, Pisces. I hope this was helpful. I'll see you very soon. Take care.